What is up? We are here live, and figured we'd go ahead and do a Q&A. Well, hopefully you guys saw the video of of me losing my magnet in the river. That sucked. But I know we're going to have some people tuning in just a few minutes, so I'm just hanging out waiting for them. We're doing a Q&A. So if you guys are watching live or just tuning in, feel free to go ahead and jump on. Anything you guys want to ask me, we can talk about. Questions and answers. If you've seen the channel and you're a fan of the channel and you want to ask me something about it, happy to answer questions for you. Yeah. So we're just waiting for some people to log in. And while we're doing that, I'm going to finish my smoke. And again, if you don't like cigarettes, then just stay away from them. And if you think people should quit smoking, stop taxing them, and then we'll talk. Once the money goes away from the revenue of it, then we'll see if you really wanted us to quit smoking. Till then, don't bother me. I'm in my own house anyway, so I do what I want. My hair is getting magnificent. I do got to get a haircut in the back. It's getting extremely out of control. The Jufro is going nuts. As I've said before, no, I am not Seth Rogen. Bouncy hair. The Jufro is back in town. You can't go all around. So, I'm going to check some YouTube stuff, see what's going on with my channel. I got 3 new subscribers. I'm super stoked about that. Thank you so much, guys. Everyone's been really supportive. I can't believe it's actually growing a lot more. There's been so many people who've been helping out. That has been amazing. So many people. Just little old me hanging out, watching TV. We got a viewer, and we live. Checking on my YouTube, and I'm jive. That made no sense. Sorry. Alright, so hey, thanks for joining in live. We do appreciate it. Hope you're having a great, what day is it? Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. Sorry, I was out late last night at a show downtown, which I sort of despise, but I sort of like. It's a good job because it's like a mission. I watch people. That's my job. Yep. So I'm expecting that this live viewer is either Brad or Sip. I'm not sure which one. Jump in the chat, let me know, because that would help out. If you want me to do any voices, practice voices, I can try voices. I do a lot of impressions. Hey, we got 2 live viewers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Look at this. Jump in that chat, say what's up, so I know who's here hanging out. I gotta watch That's Brad's video of him finding Nazi treasures found magnet fishing. I might be finding Civil War stuff if I hadn't lost my magnet in the river in a tragic disaster. Go check that out. I can't believe it happened on camera. It was a complete accident. Bloop. That's not the sound you want to hear. That is not the sound you want to hear. Let's see, who do the Pepsi fire? Will do. Some new Pepsi fire. Oh, wow. I got a lot of comments. I got like, hey Brad, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? We're just hanging out here. I do apologize, I missed you guys and I just went quiet for a minute. I was just checking comments and I didn't realize that I've gotten a ton of comments on this video. So I was responding to him, and bam, there you guys are. So what's up? My bad, my bad. Let's see. Wow, I can't even think right now. So you know what? We'll answer comments on them later. Right now, I'm talking to you guys, so you guys are more important. But this is awesome. I can't believe that I have people. I can't believe people are suddenly jumping on. They're checking out Unique Drink Guru. They're watching other videos. This is amazing. Some people, though, are getting a little annoyed. Hold on. I can't believe it. I can't answer. I can't answer you, dude. I can't answer. I was watching there. I don't know if he can't find the chat. So what's up there, Brad? How you been doing, buddy? Okay, you guys, hang on one sec. You're gonna have to hear him. Hello? What the heck? Oh, that phone call must have knocked me off. Sorry, I took a phone call and I didn't realize it knocked me off, guys. So we're back now live. I've been talking so much and I missed all of it. I can't believe I wasn't recording all of that. I feel like a goof. I don't even know where we left off. So, hold on, Brad. You're talking to me, Brad. I'm going to try to get you back. Back on. Oops. I feel like a klutz. I feel like a real klutz. I messed that up completely. I was on, and my buddy in Massachusetts couldn't watch, so he called me, and I thought because I was connected to my Wi-Fi, I should have been able to do both. And wow, but I wasn't able to. And it knocked me off. I was talking so much. So much. But I'm back now, so I'm going to probably delete that first video because that was embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. But talking about the magnet fishing, a lot of comments coming in about that video. I'm so proud of that one. That's amazing. What can I say? You know, that's awesome. People are enjoying the magnet fishing videos, and I'm pleasantly surprised. Thanks, Brad. Sorry about that, you guys. I'm back now, Brad. Alright, so, I'm kind of glad we didn't get all that in there. I said a lot, dude, before I realized. It's still one vid. Oh, well, sweet. Very cool, very cool. Good. Well, I guess I didn't record any of it, but that's good. That's good. So anyway, question and answer time. Easy questions to tough answers. It's very simple. You have a question? I'll happy answer it. May not be the answer you want, but I'll answer it. Or you can ask me questions about me, and I'll be happy to tell you about anything you want to know. My time in the military, what it was like growing up as a military brat. I'm excited that Brad is doing so well. I can't believe your channel is, it's a H-bomb exploding awesomeness. Maybe I shouldn't say those right now, but that's okay. I still think my name is interesting in an airport. Don't ever say my last name really loud in an airport. That could be bad. Ugh. Look at that. That's weird looking. Who got me into magnet fishing? You did. You got me into magnet fishing, Brad. If you guys don't know, that's Brad. You guys got to check out his channel. I'm, humbled to be able to be able to know Brad and speak to him. I'm sure it was, but it's the honest truth. You did. I tried the gold thing. And if that's fun, but I want to get my dredging license and eventually save up to buy a dredge. Sluicing is fun, and I'll still continue to do that for like checking with that little sluice box. I think I can make one myself bigger, and I think I'm gonna have a buddy come and help me, and we're gonna make a sluice box. So, but that's gonna be on hold for a little bit. But yeah, joke question. If there's any voices you guys want me to do while we're on here, I do tons of voices. I'm not gonna lie. I love watching that on Brad's channel. There's a video where he went live magnet fishing, and I think it's on the first part of the video, and it's at like 12 minutes and 42 seconds. I was trying to prompt him so much on Life of Brian without saying Life of Brian. And I'm prompting it with Bring Out Your Dead to bring up Monty Python, and then I typed in, "Are you the Messiah?" And he goes, "Am I the Messiah? I don't even know what you're saying. Oh, are you the Messiah? Am I the Messiah?" And then right in the background, without prompting or anything, he goes, Ash goes, "He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy." And without prompting, I have rewound that part and watched it at least a good 300 times. I love that. It makes me laugh so much. Because he did the voice spot on perfect. What do you call the great show? Call him Brian. "Oh, we hail thee, Brian. What you got there?" "We brought gold and frankincense and myrrh." "What's myrrh?" "It's a bum." "A bum? You've brought a baby a bum." "It's an expensive vote." "Oh, well, come in. And they find out, of course, he's not the Messiah. "Oh, those are very nice gentlemen, were they?" That's great. That's great stuff. A little dust on the computer. Yeah, we got somebody else live with us. Hey, please jump in the chat. Let us know so I can say what's up to you. And appreciate you stopping by. If you were already on earlier and I cut off, I do apologize. Phone call interrupted that, and I had no idea that it was going to do that. What are you going to do, huh? So, I was saying earlier that I have dimples, and this is double dimples on this side, and I got just one dimple on this side, but dimples are a very rare feature. And I was also noting that I have green eyes, and green eyes are the rarest color of eye color, and I did not know that. I thought it was blue for the longest of time. And then I found out that, did you know that there actually isn't green in the eye? It's a mixture of, I forget what the name of the one in the front is, and then there's melanin in the back of your eye, and when the two colors mix, it blocks out the light like our atmosphere does, but the shade of green. You don't sound like that? No, I'm trying to doing your voice. "Hello, welcome to Brad." No, you see, I can't quite do yours, so no, it's not a spot on, obviously, but you've got this kind of voice where it's more like a Ringo, and that's not your voice at all, I know. "Are you the Messiah?" I don't know what that is. "Oh, the Messiah. No, Brad, I can't do your voice. Yours is a very distinct, unique voice, and it's awesome. It's perfect for your channel. I'm not mocking it in any way, shape, or form. It's awesome. It was just that moment that you guys in that video, that was the most hilarious thing. And I had been up for so many hours, and I was so tired, and it was just perfect. Funny video. Funny video. Wow, that's even rarer. Yeah, I was looking up like the rarest eye color, and I was sure, like, did you know like purple is even an eye color, but it's still not as rare as green? And I was like, really? Yellow is an eye color. I have sub-yellow. In both my eyes, I have yellow and green. So right around my pupil, it's all yellow. All yellow. It almost looks like a solar eclipse around my eye. It's really cool. If I can ever get a good close-up of it, I'll show you guys. But right now I got my glasses on. I'm not going to do it. But yeah, there's yellow all around, and then they're green. And they change colors, too. So depending on what color of shirts I'm wearing, and I can change my eye color. When I want it to be green, I wear dark colors. And when I want it to be light or even go to blue, I wear dark color. Light colors for blue, dark colors for green. And I can change my eye color that way, just by what I'm wearing. Or if the different weathers changes my eye color too, because when it gets cloudy outside, it gets dark and my eyes get really green, and when it's gonna rain and stuff. And when it's like really sunny out, my eyes almost get a nice light baby blue, light blue. But my grandfather had blue eyes, and my mom has green eyes, and I have green eyes. I think my grandma had brown eyes, and that's where it comes from, is a mix of the blue and browns. With the lighting and the way it hits it has something. Don't think of paints, because that's not going to work the way the colors mix. Lighting is totally different. Like in paints, all the colors make black, and when you're thinking in the light spectrum, the black isn't a color. It's the absence of light. So black has no light. So there's nothing. Black isn't a spectrum. It's just nothing there. It's the absence of. But yeah, that's crazy though. That's actually very rare to have half and half. That's awesome eye color. So yeah, you've got even rarer than. You're like a chimera. I bet you've got double DNA too. There are people with that too. They have 2 DNAs. 2 types. It's called chimera syndrome or something like that. Chimera. I know it's chimera. Chimera is something where they have 2 sets of DNA. So you can test them one time, they show this set of DNA. Test them again, they have this one. It's very rare, but it does exist. Oh, that's cool. I'm checking out your picture there. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah. Very cool. Yeah, I heard about that years ago. Chimera disease. You could probably argue it, but then they'd do just a second test. And if they were able to get 2 confirming matching and not separate. I mean, I guess you could continue to argue and have DNA tests performed over and over until you got a different result and then argue chimera disease, chimera syndrome. But if your DNA still matched to a scene of a crime, unless you could get your second DNA to prove that that was the one present at the time, you at least have an arguable and reasonable. See, I believe that the law should have to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt, and as long as you can come up with a reasonable. But I guess that's where a jury of your peers comes in, and common sense is also at play. And that's the problem with the law, is that you can come up with these technicalities. And I mean, if that's what the law says, that's what the law says, but just because it's the law doesn't mean it's right. But there's a way to change laws. But anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. Sorry, you just like sparked the inner Jew lawyer in me. I would have gone to law school, but I didn't think I needed to justify myself with being able to read a book in 8 years of school. You know, that's why the law books exist. I guess we're going to get back into that. You know, you get in trouble, you should be able to just go pick up a logbook, read on your situation what the law says, and see if it applies to you or not. If it applies to your situation. If not, then you have a reasonable court argument. And only if you decide that the outcome doesn't look like it's going to go in your favor should you have to hire a lawyer. But who am I to say, right? Right. All right, let's do a voice. Let's do Mr. Burns. Oh, Mr. Burns. I don't know what to say yet, though.
Yes, Smithers, chimera disease. I've heard of this such syndrome. Gives you 2 types of DNA. I'll be able to beat any kind of court system now. Nothing will stop me. Excellent.
Hopefully that was good. That sounded pretty good.
Excellent, Smithers. Get me Homer Simpson. Bartholomew J. Come, please, quickly.
Yeah, it started like trailing off at the end. Not as good. It's not my best. I did have one thing I always thought would be funny is they need to do celebrity voices at the checkout aisles. That would be great, where you'd have like, let's see, it'd be like, just come up to it, hit start.
Welcome to Lowe's. Thanks for shopping. Glad to have you. Buy your hammer. Go. Lowe's knows. Yeah. $2.95. Cash or credit card accepted. Please enter your PIN. I was governor of California.
That was actually really good, Arnold. One of my better ones. And then, of course, I do Cleveland Brown. Which is funny is that I do voices of people that do... Isn't that weird that people that do voices of people that do voices? That's got to be interesting. I can do voice... Cleveland Brown is not somebody's real voice, but I can mimic the voice they do, which is really weird.
My name is Cleveland Brown. No, Peter. I gotta stop bathing during Peter's shenanigans. He's got a little whine in his voice. It's not too difficult, but I love me a little something Cleveland Brown. I had my own show. What's up there, Quagmire? How you doing?
Maybe I would love to do a stand-in if Seth Meyers... no, it's still never been addressed, and I'm going to finally put it out there again in the world. I contacted Seth Meyers or who is it? Yeah, the guy who does this, Seth, for the Family Guy, and I told him that Peter Griffin's license expired in 2011, November 11, 2011. The episode is where they're showing their IDs, and Quagmire turns out to be 60-something years old, and he's like, lots of carrots. I just got to get them in your body. It doesn't matter how. And they were showing IDs, and Peter was shit-faced in his, and he goes, yeah, I can't do Peter's voice. Oh, I went down to the place to got my driver's license done, and I went shit-faced so that they would just think that's the way I looked when I get pulled over drunk. And his license said it expired November 11th, 2011. The only reason I paid attention to that and noticed it was because when I joined the military, my first date, that when you signed your contract, I signed for 5 years, and I joined in 2006. My first day military, the day I joined the military was November 11th, was my first date of basic training, November 11th of 2006. So 5 years from that would have been November 11th of 2011. So my date for originally getting out of the military was the same as Peter Griffin's driver's license expiration date. So I was like, I noted that, and I wrote to Fox, and I tried to get a hold of him, and through his fan page and Facebook and everything. I tried to contact Seth and let him know that they should do an episode just reminding him that Peter's been driving on an expired license this whole time, and that it's never been addressed. Never been addressed. If you're going to put a detail in like that, you have to address it later, and he did. And I thought it would just be that he never addressed it. But anyway, I noticed that, and now you guys can go YouTube, Peter Griffin episode, driver's license, drunk face, and you'll be able to see that what I'm talking about. But I don't know, it's just something I noticed. I noticed little weird things like that, little details they put in. I'll rewind things to watch it over and over and over again, and do things like that. So, how long did I serve? I served for 7 years. My first contract was for 5 years, and then when I got to my 5-year mark in Afghanistan, I re-enlisted for 6 more. But I wasn't able to finish that contract out because of the injury I then later got. And it wasn't... So what's the score? Are you just answering anything? I've just joined. Phil, hey, welcome, man. Just happy to have you with us. If you haven't really paid much attention to my channel before, I do all kinds of weird stuff. But yeah, I'm just doing a question and answers. If there's anything you want to talk about, let me know. Brad's asking me about my military service. This is, hi, Dad. Oh, is that your dad? What? I don't know. But yeah, just answering any questions if you guys want to talk about anything. But yeah, did that time, then my little stupid injury, and they weren't able to fix my shoulder, and so that was the end of my time playing soldier, playing army man, and that was that. So Phil off his tree. I think that's an interesting name right off the bat, buddy. I'm definitely going to go back later and check out your channel. Oh, I guess you two are friends. This is the guy I do. Oh, yeah. Oh, the Juice Wars. Wow, the lime juice was honestly the worst one. That caused me to get so sick because apparently that much citric acid in your stomach can kill the good bacteria. And I think that's what I did. And I had the worst stomach pain for like a month. It was terrible. But it was so much fun. And I love watching when Brad, my favorite Juice Wars, and Brad, you take the cake because you got some good editing skills, sir. Good editing skills. And he had the crazy hat on, the crazy eyes with the hat, and it kept cutting, and he's smashing it up, not saying a word. That was perfect. His play, true showman. A true showman, good sir. A true showman. Ugh. What a weird hair. What if I cut my hair like that? Let's see. If I just shave the sides and... See, I could do a natural mohawk. I don't even have to put gel in it. Yeah. That would have been bad if I'd have died on some lime juice. The last of the Johicans. Anyway. Yeah. Let's see, what was the spicy one with the habaneros? That was not enjoyable at all. You know what? I have a lot of videos that get copyright claims, and I just don't monetize those because those are the ones I'm just having fun with. So, I mean, I really don't care if they decide not to allow me to monetize. turn off my Xbox. No sense in having it on. I'm hanging out with you guys. This will boost my Wi-Fi speed too anyway. Always love subs. Who doesn't want more subs? But Phil, I'm still... Phil, so if you guys get a chance, check out Phil Off His Tree. And check out his channel, you guys. So if you guys are checking in, please, or watching this later, go check his out. As well as if you get a chance, hit that like and subscribe button to mine. But let's help Phil grow his channel. You guys, everybody on YouTube should be helping each other grow each other's channel, because that's who the viewers are. You know, you got to figure the people who watch YouTube a lot are the people who make YouTube videos. Hold on, this phone's going to die, so... Not going to die, I got time, but I don't want to cut out. So what I'm going to do is... Oy vey. 2 seconds, 2 seconds. I'm going to give you guys a topic. Talk amongst yourselves. President Trump, he got elected. And for Klump, discuss. Okay, I'm coming. I'm back. Found the tools and efficiencies of items I needed to continue, nay, to thrive with said broadcast. To bravely push the limits. Don't stare there. Of what needs to be done. To get the job moving. To keep always striving. To boldly go where no one's gone before. Yep. Ha! That's funny. You could say you're Brad's dad. I think people would buy it. It'd be a good hook. A good hook. Alright, that's charging. We've got power, Captain. We're pushing the limits. I've given her all she's got. Damn it. Scotty, I must have more power. My friends, my young friends will need time to survive. Hopefully you're not tuning into a blank camera, because that would be really sucky. Oh, well, that's awesome then. Oh, well, still though, Phil, that would be a... Oh my God. Do you know how great that is? Do you know how great that is? Okay. Tell me this then tell me. I love Shaun of the Dead. So, okay, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to go over to my girlfriend's house, pick up her. We're going to go over, drive over to Philip's, kill Philip. Sorry, Philip. Then we're going to go to the Winchester and let this thing... Wait for this to all blow over. I didn't want to go. I got to go somewhere I can smoke. Right. So we're gonna go pick up. Sorry, Gibbs. Kill Philip. Sorry, Philip. And so what did I find in the river? I found some old. Well, go check out the video. I already talked about that. Go check out the video. Go check out the video. That's what you should do, and see what I found in the river. See what I lost in the river was worse than what I found in the river. So what are you gonna do? But I apologize, Phil, Brad. I had no idea. Sorry, Philip. I should put that on later. I love that movie. The Shaun of the Dead was one of my... That's who you remind me of, Brad. I think that's why Americans like you. You remind me of Shaun of the Dead guy. Yeah, I could see you doing that stuff. Haven't you ever jumped over a garden fence before? But I love in Hot Fuzz it worked out. Sorry, Philip. Come back here, have a cup of tea, and wait for all this to blow over. No, I want to be somewhere secure. We'll go to her house, wait for a cup of tea, and wait for all this to blow over. But not now. Right now, I want you to hang out with me, buddy. I know we're not doing any retro gaming right now. But, I'm going to be playing some Resident Evil. I finally got my memory card in. And I'm expecting my memory card for my PlayStation 2 to be anytime. I forgot, man. It sucks to have to buy memory cards again. I want you guys to know that. It really does suck to have to buy memory cards again for these old systems. But I'm buying, like, I only have, like, 1 or 2 games that I actually play for them. And, you know, honestly, maybe one day I'll just cash out. Sell them all. Except the original Nintendo. Just go back to my Nintendo. Maybe. Can't keep everything anyway, right? Well, would you look at that? I'm doing a live Q&A, and another YouTuber that I subscribe to is just started doing a Q&A. Do I play retro games? I do. I play quite a bit of retro gaming. If you get a chance, go check out some of my other channel stuff that I have. I do a bunch more of retro gaming. I've got a... You're going to make me bring it all out. If you want to see some of it, let me know right now. If you guys don't mind talking about a little retro gaming, we can dive into a little bit and check out what I've got. If you want to see some on here, Phil, happy to do that for you guys, actually. Who wants to be selfish? I've got some really rare ones, some rare stuff. We'll make a big mess in here again. I don't care. We'll bust it all out. But that's so cool. My dad, he's really weird, but in a good way. My dad is, it's not his fault. He's from California, and I stationed out in California, and I understand. But he's a showman. It's where I get it from. He's done plays locally in town. One of my favorite shows he did. He's on YouTube as well. You guys, if you type in Mark Greenbaum, the guy who looks like Jesus, that'll be him. Yeah. He did stand-up comedy, which inspired me to do my stand-up comedy, and it was a lot of fun. And we have a very similar style, but he had some better original material. He actually did a full-on workshop, and I just learned from his videos and checked out what he did, and then I was able to do my own stand-up for a while, and it was a lot of fun. But yeah. Oh, well, Phil, I do appreciate it, yeah. I have so much stupid stuff. My first videos were, I had just started, when I first started YouTube, I've been on YouTube for years. I think I'm coming up on 5 years, 6 years, 4 or 5 years on YouTube. And, I really wasn't doing it to try to be popular, just loading stupid videos I had from Iraq and deployments. Then I started doing more original content and building on it, and the Unique Drink Guru, which I bet, Phil, you would probably like the Unique Drink Guru. It's different, but it is a character, so do remember I'm playing a character for that one. So, that's my little TV show. One of my favorite shows that I do enjoy is Trailer Park Boys. If you guys haven't ever heard of it, check out the Trailer Park Boys. And, what is that one I've been watching just recently? It's another Canadian TV show. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. Some like country boy Canadian stuff. It's hilarious. I don't know. It's pretty fun. I have to think I remember the name of it. It's like some weird town name like Coon Whip or Moose something. I don't know. I can't remember. It's like an animal name, something. And it's just like these country people in Canada. It's hilarious. They just talk about stuff. Oh, okay, cool, man. You have seen some of the Unique Drink Gurus. That's cool. Now, this sucks. There's a little bit of a lag on the chat, so I do apologize. What are you gonna do, though? You know. Some of those drinks were not good at all, and I've saved a lot of the bottles from them, and There's one video I have, and I said if it gets to 2,000 views, I'm gonna eat some raw hamburger. Not looking forward to that one at all. And slowly, it's taken a while to get there, so I'm not really stressing it too much. But yep. Let's see what's going on. What's going on? Real time and HD TV coming at me, gonna play on my TV. Get crazy. We watching some YouTube and I'm feeling lazy. I smoked a joint and I don't feel crazy. Took away my pain and I'm feeling really lazy. I'm crazy. What do you play retro games on, the PC or old consoles? Well, I've had some, if you go on my other channel, I have some of the old consoles I had. The oldest consoles that I've owned was like a ColecoVision and an Atari. But pretty much I have a lot of the Generation 2, Generation 3 gaming units. NES, Sega. I've got all three Sega generations. Sega Genesis Original, which I will never get rid of that one too, because that was the first, I got that when we first moved to Tennessee. Not this one specifically, but I got my first Sega Genesis when I moved to Tennessee for Christmas. We had moved to Tennessee, but to go to Tennessee, my dad had to choose a duty station in Korea. So he had to go to Korea so we could go to Tennessee where our house was. And so it was me, my mom, and my brother, my mom, and I. And my mom got us one for Christmas, and it was an uncle. My uncle came to visit us that Christmas, and it snowed. It was my first white Christmas because we had just moved from Texas. But so yeah, I gotta say, and I gotta get the game back. My first game we got was Echo the Dolphin, X-Men, and Sonic. And I'll never forget that. That was good stuff. But yeah, I've got videos, retro gaming nights. Let's see what some of the other video names are for the old consoles. Let's see. I got myself a little Samsung tablet thing, computer. Let's see, we got the Retro Gaming Corner was one video, the Retro Gaming Gem found, other such video. Oh, really? You've got a Sega Saturn? That's so cool. You know what? I sold those. Sega Saturns are really cool. I had one. But I wound up selling it. I bought a box bundle from a lady, and she had a Sega Saturn in there, and I wound up selling it, made some money on it. One rare game she had in there, and I sold that to the gaming store, and they still have it, and they haven't sold it yet, and I might buy it back and try to sell it again. It was Shining Wisdom American version. Yeah, and they actually just finally hacked a Sega Saturn. So it took years and years to finally hack one of those because they had a special... Sega Saturn came up with an amazing way to protect their console. And what they came up with was, on the disc, it had this wave on the outside, this wavy pattern, and that was the security system needed to read it, so you couldn't copy that. And it took them years. They were going to try to hack it through the expansion port for memory on the back, and that turned out to be no good. But then they found a port in the back, and they were able to hack through it. And the problem was that you had to be able to play, like, what they came up with was being able to hook an external thumb drive up to it with all the games built into it. And the biggest problem Sega Saturns had was the CD drives went out. And because there were so few made, there's not as many parts available for CD drives. So... when they finally hacked it, they had to come up with a program to convince the system that there was a game in there, the security code was being read, and that the tray was closed, and that the tray was spinning because it wouldn't work unless it was spinning because that's how the security code had to work. Oh, okay. Yeah, Shining Wisdom, the box I bought from the lady, I saw the Sega one. I saw the Sega Saturn in the bottom, and then I didn't know anything about the games, and I was like, whatever the box was, I'll take it. She was selling it for like $25, and I found it online, and she goes, there's a guy meeting me in town to get it, and I was like, well, if you blow him off, I'll give you 30 for it right now, and she said, no, I can't do that. I said, fair enough. But she said, if he cancels, it's yours. I said, cool, I'll take the box. The guy wound up canceling. Really? Is there? That's awesome. So she wound up selling me the box, which wound up having a Sega Saturn, a bunch of games, 2 or 3 rare games, and a Nintendo 64, a bunch of Nintendo 64 games. A few I wanted to keep, I kept for myself, the ones I wanted. The one game I had to trade off recently was Mario Kart 64, but I got a hell of a good trade on it. If you go check out the video, Rare Gaming Gem, that's what I traded the Mario 64 game for, which I'm going to get another one because I love Mario 64, but I only have one controller right now, and I don't like playing by myself anyway, because what I did was I got another Nintendo 64 from I went to the game store, and they said the Nintendo 64 wasn't working. This kid was trying to sell it, and I was like, well, man, look, I need the cover, that little cover flap, and I know they're only like $3 or $4, but with shipping, it's going to be a few more dollars. And I was like, I'll just give you 10, 15 bucks for it if I can just have it, and I'll take that. And he was like, sure, you can have it. And he had the expansion in there too, and I was like, well, that's going to be more than worth it alone right there. I can take that out and sell that for another 5, 10 bucks, and I'll get my money back, and I'll have this for parts. Well, I got it home, cleaned it up real quick, plugged it in, and it worked for me just fine. So I wound up taking one of my other controllers. I had a spare power cord, and I have the Nintendo 64 power cord, and I gave him mine, but because I have I had a spare power cord, I needed the AV cables, but because I have a Nintendo 64 of my own, and glow. Did I say glow? Blow some guy off. Oh, no. Oh, blow some guy off. The guy blew her off. Oh, that, okay. Well, I guess how you could see that meant something different, but if you blow somebody off, it means, that dude blew me off. I can't believe he blew me off. Which means that they ignored you. They just... Cool, I'll definitely go check him out. That's funny, though. Well, you can blow a guy, but if you blow somebody off, it means that you just ignored them. Now I get it. Now I get what you mean. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess there you go. That's... I don't know. That could be misconstrued, but... Oh, wow. My favorite piece that I have, though... Here, Phil, I'll show you. Just because you'll get the time. Let me turn on some lights in here. It's getting a little dark. Let's see. We'll bring out some Nintendo stuff. So I've got, this is an NES, and no, it's not a Super Nintendo. Oh, you're cool, you're cool. So this is an NES, not a Super Nintendo. The game's just like the old ones. Mingy. Yeah, I'd never heard the word Mingy before. Brad introduced me to it. But this is a very rare NES. It was only released in 1994 for a very limited time. And I got mine at a yard sale on Post. Or, yeah, 93. Excuse me, 93 it was released. No, never heard the word Mingy. That's not something that's over here. And I've been walking around now. Oh, that's Mingy. No, that's a great word. I love it. Mingy. It's so mingy. This light's not going to work either. Hold on. Let's switch to the new fan I just installed. That lighting will be better. You know what? No, I can just do this. If I open up this... I hate artificial light anyway. If I have to have light, I prefer natural light. Let's get it as bright as we can in here without... Oh, there we go. And we'll dim these back here just for now. Oh, well, no, if I open up this, that should bring in a lot more light. There we go. There we go. Nice and bright, guys. No, 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 no. This is not the first NES. This isn't NES though. The original NES had that thing you loaded in and pushed down, and they noticed that there was a problem with it. So late in the life of Nintendo, they released this one, and the games load from the top, so it gives you better pen connection, and it turns on, and it's way faster. It's better. Yeah, yeah. But this one was a very rare one that was made. It's actually, go check it out. It's called the NES Toploader. It's very rare. They didn't make a lot of them. Very hard to find. But these are awesome. Plug it right in. Works every time. And it had the nice cable for RV. And then I've got the original Game Boy as well. I have a bunch of cool games that I got for it, and it works perfect. Still horrible, hard to see with the backlighting screen. No backlighting. But it's awesome. And I checked the serial number on it. It's an earlier one. So it's definitely an earlier model. But yep. So that's just a couple of the Nintendo things I have. But I have tons of other gaming stuff. And let's see. I've got, like I said, all 3 Sega Genesis. The original Sega Genesis, Sega 2, and the Sega 3, which was made by a third-party vendor. And then I've got a PlayStation, the original PlayStation. Not a PS1. And people say, oh, PS1, that was a little one. A little one was the PS1. I've got the square PlayStation, which was originally supposed to be the Nintendo PlayStation, if you didn't know that. Nintendo had a deal with Sony, and it fell through, and that's how we got the Sony PlayStation. But it was supposed to be a Nintendo PlayStation. Anyway. And then moving on, hi, kitty cat. You guys say hi to my kitty. There's meow. 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 This is Minimum, because her mom next door's name is Maximum, so I thought Max and Min like on a car stereo. She was also the littlest of the group, so she was the Minimum. Yeah, check it out. Mine was G07799230, and I've seen them online like G8 or G9, G5, and GO is a pretty early model number. So this was, if you went by the numbers made, this is 7,799,230. Made in '89, so this is one of the first million made. Oh, did she? That's funny. Mine was talking back. She talks to me. Like, she's more like a dog than anything. She'll go outside, and then I can go outside and call for her, and she'll come running. And she loves her doggy friends, her doggy brother and sister. We got Peanut over here. Come here, Bubba. Come here, Bub. Up. This is Peanut. There we go. Ugh, this is my big fat fatty. There's Peanut. Hi, Bubba. He's a Dachshund Beagle, and he loves to dig. Digging is his favorite thing to do. And he's a good boy. He loves to sing, too. I'm not going to get him started because he won't stop howling. But he's a good boy. So, like I said, this is Peanut. Peanut. He's my little Peanut. He always likes to whine. He's always on time, but he never wants to whine. Peanut. You want to sing, Bubba? Okay, we'll do this one. He loves Happy Birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Peanut. Happy birthday to you. Good boy. Good boy. He also likes Gautier, but we're not going to get into that one. But you didn't have to cut me off. Make out like it never happened and now we were nothing. And I don't want to... Well, no, I guess he's not going to. Let's try. You want to do Happy Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. No, you're done. He's done singing. Okay, that's cool. Bye, Bubba. Okay, so then we got, so that's Peanut. Come here, Butter. Come here, Butterball. Come here, Butter. Come here, baby girl. And then this is my doggy. That's my wife's dog. Come here, Butter. And this is my dog. This is Butter. Look up your model number. They'll be able to read it. And this is Butter. So we got Peanut and Butter. She is my good girl. My pretty girl. She's really fast. She is a Jack Russell Terrier Pit Bull mix. So when she's got the little body of a pit, really muscular, very fast, very smart, very loyal and loving. But she sits really weird. Anybody who knows this dog will say that she sits like a person. Okay, Butter. Bye, baby. Good girl. Yep. She only makes noise when people are around, or she lets me know, but she's a good dog. She's a really good dog. Game Boy. Game Boys are awesome. The wifey, she has a Game Boy Color. We just got her, and she has, I think, a Game Boy Advanced. So that's really cool. That is absolutely amazing. The magnet fishing video is doing so well. I can't believe it's working out that this is getting some views. It's really cool. What other stuff do you have, Phil? What other kind of gaming stuff? What are you doing, P?
Look at my wiener. Look at my wiener, dog. Stop staring at my wiener.
Stop. You want to come back out and hang up? Come on. Come on. Good boy. Come on. There we go. This is, look, I can make him lick. He has a lick spot. He'll just keep doing it as long as I scratch this one spot. Oh, Bubba. That's your lick spot. It's like a part snake. Okay. Okay, Floppy. Bad dog. Right? It's a lot of fun, and I enjoy going outdoors to do it. And you'd be surprised there are so many rivers. An Amiga. I've never had an Amiga. That's so cool. I had an Atari 1050 and an 1025. A 1025. But those were for old computer systems, and I didn't know much about them. I had no cables to go with them. And I also got a ColecoVision with it. And I wound up selling all of those to one guy. He's a gaming collector here in town. And he bought all of them up. And he has no use. He doesn't want to play them. He just likes to have them to show them off. And it was really cool. But I was glad I was able to hook him up with some. And I was able to make a couple bucks off of it. Everybody was happy, and that's all that matters. Oh, and the DS Lite, and the 3DS. But, oh, okay. Those are Brad's? Oh, your younger sons. Okay, okay. I myself have no children, so I lucked up in that department, I guess. I got the puppies, which is almost... It's the same as kids. It's the same as kids. Yeah, pretty much. Well, that's really cool. I love video games, but I don't know. The nostalgia is... I have them if I want to play them. I very rarely do. I'll play a new game for a week or so, and then I put it into the box, and that's that. I have it. If I want to play it, it's there. I'd like to work more on my Zelda Nintendo 64 Ocarina of Time. That was a fun game. I just want to be able to ride the horse. But I like to make games with gaming videos once in a while. I'm very happy to say our Predators are doing well this year. Go Preds, Nashville Predators. They're going to win the Stanley Cup, which is our hockey team, our hockey's big award. Oh, on the phone? I have so many games for 360, and I only play like 2. I play hockey, football, and Ghost. That's once in a while I'll play World at War online with my buddy. But that's rare too. I may do that tonight, play some World at War with him. That'd be fun. Oh, on PC, okay. That's cool. Butter. What are you doing? So, let's see. No way you play RuneScape. You know if you play that on Twitch, you'll get decent followers. Yeah, you should. I was in so much trouble when that magnet went in the water. It was, I knew right away, she knew right away, and we were determining how we knew right away, and it was the bloop. It didn't sound like a splash. And it was a bloop, which was a short cast, and that's when I knew. How much of this are they? I'm getting good views on the magnet fishing, but I want to see how much of it they're actually watching. Oh, and wow, look at this. The UK, you guys are catching up. America, we got 39 views on my magnet fishing video, which is awesome. And the UK is right behind with 24. 7 from the Netherlands. My people in Australia hitting me for 4 views. 2 from Canada, 2 from France, 2 from South Korea. Austria's hitting me up for 1. 1 Belgium, Switzerland, Hungary, Poland, Turkey. That's awesome. We're nailing it, guys. That's awesome. But I need my people in the UK. You're right there. What would you do with Twitch? I don't know. I've never seen Twitch a lot. I don't know a lot about Twitch. I know it's a gaming thing and people stream, but I have no idea. Well, no idea what I would do with Twitch. Normally I'm at, let's see, let's go to overview. Because normally I get about, they watch about 1:40 of my channel, so let's see how bad, maybe it's helped out a little bit. Yeah, that's a huge jump. Most people are watching 7 minutes of it. That's awesome. That is crazy. I've never had that much view time. I don't think people, well, actually, let's see if it's affected the direct overview in the last 48 hours. It's up quite a bit. Wow, Brad, you were right, buddy. You were right, man. Magnet fishing is amazing. It's a lot of fun to do, and it's easy to do. And I still use the tripods you sent me, which I thank you so much for. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You'll figure it out. Actually, I'm going to do something. Lots of comments on it, and that's cool. Boy, this guy Phil does not like. He's going through and putting in. He's not happy with the video. Phil is definitely not happy with the video. Or at least the title of the video. Well, I mean, you can't make everybody have it. Oh, hey! Cool. Gotta thank all the new subs. This is so cool. I'm really big into talking to people that subscribe. I love talking to my subscribers. I know a lot of people. Well, I think he's just mad at the, okay, Brad, well, hey, thanks for hanging out. I think he's just mad at the title because I put tragic disaster, and that's what he's upset about. Now, I understand that my posting around the same time as what's happened in Manchester doesn't, nothing comparison to the tragedy that's happened there. But I didn't even know about that when I posted it. All I thought to me was, that ended my day. It was a tragic disaster for magnet fishing, for my magnet fishing. So yes, it was. But, oh well, what are you going to do? Wow, we've been broadcasting for over an hour on this. That's amazing. Really cool. Let's see if there's NHLs. What's going on with the NHL? I don't know if the game has started yet. It's Penguins. Later, Gator. Yeah, the game is on. It probably just started right now, I think. Yep. So the game just started. Very cool. So we're going to see some hockey today, people. If you guys are still hanging out, we do appreciate you checking in. Brad, thank you as always for stopping by. It means a lot. Brad's dad, it's a pleasure to meet you. Happy to know you guys. But this is awesome. 79 views. I don't normally get that kind of viewings. Later, Gator. Alright, well, you're still hanging out with me, Phil. Brad finally tapped. What are you gonna do? That's so cool, though. I wonder what's what I don't ever. What's really weird is I never watch YouTube videos anymore on my computer. It's always on my TV. Oh wow, yeah. So I went to the home channel. There it is. One person watching me. Yay! Oh, cool. Well, yeah. I'm not going anywhere. We're just hanging out, and I don't know. Let's see. There's Brad's video. Let's watch a bit of Brad's video and see what we think of it. I'll keep the volume down so I don't get in too much trouble. Let's check out Brad's video. This looks really cool. And if there's any questions you come up for me, just let me know. Oh, that was a cool bridge. See, I like y'all. Y'all have got a nice. I don't know if would you guys call that a river or a stream or a creek, or if you're from up north in America, a creek. There's some ducks. Who doesn't like ducks? Feed the ducks. See, we have to be careful. In our rivers, we do have bull sharks that come upstream, even up this far into Tennessee. And so there are bull sharks.
Hey everyone.
So there's Brad's video. Yep.
As you can see, Ash ain't with me.
Riding solo today.
He's too busy for us to go magnet fishing, so.
Let's see.
Jim,
Sorry, Brad, but I'm skipping to the good stuff for now.
you know what, I really need to start thinking of what I'm going to say before I start. Seriously, nice, ain't it? So, when you see me looking up a lot,
Make sure we hit that like button real quick. There we go. Oh, a canal. Okay.
coming up to a long tunnel, so
I want to see what he found.
I can see the end of the entrance.
Oh, wow. I thought the video had froze. It was super dark.
Right, I'm out.
I love walking through big tunnels like that.
Here.
Ducks.
Are you kidding me? I'm being held up by some geese.
Oh, he's scared of the geese.
Oh, go round.
Oh, he got scared of the geese. Oh, see, they were harmless. Harmless.
Okay, so it looks like we've got an attack of the wild Canadian geese here.
Oh, you guys have Canadian geese all the way there? That's cool.
Where's the car? There it is. Look. Can you see that? Turn the camera out. And all that to the main road to the scrap dealer.
Oh, wow, that's some cool stuff.
Look inside this thing. What is that? A penny. Hey, got a penny.
Oh, that's cool.
Look. There it is. You see that? What's that? That's World War II.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's Nazi.
That's so cool.
Sorry if I'm shaking. I'm a bit excited. Tell you what, this lens has a micro lens on. Let me take that off and
Oh, wow.
look at that.
That is amazing. What a cool find. Guys, if you're checking this video out, go to Brad's channel, check out his new find, magnet fishing. That is so cool.
I'll take a picture and I'll post it now. So that at least you can see it. Look at that, man. Look at that.
That's so cool. Way to go, Brad. Awesome find. Amazing find.
Oh man, I cannot believe I have found that. I'm kind of starting to freak out a bit here. Oh,
That is so cool, bud.
can't believe I found it. I'm gonna go home now, look it up, see what I can find.
So cool. Wow. Guys, again, if you just joined us, hey, welcome to the live feed. Thanks for stopping by. I'm watching a bit of my buddy, that's Brad's channel, and his magnet fishing, and on his latest video, what he just found. That is so cool, guys. I can't believe it. That is amazing. Amazing find. Wow. Wow, guys. I don't want to spoil it, so go check it out. He's going to be the next YouTube star coming up. I mean, right? And the fact that it's documented that he found it in England, how did it even get there is what's crazy. That's insane. It's not only is the piece rare to find that, but to find it in England, especially for that year, that's insane. Insane. Can't believe it. Cannot believe it. Amazing. Wow. Wow. But hey, whoever else is here, please join in the chat. Stop in, say hey, so I can say hey back to you. Know who I'm talking to. Glad to have you guys with us. Just hanging out with my buddy Phil off his tree here. We're just checking out some videos on YouTube, looking around, doing a little Q&A. If you have any questions and if you don't know anything about me, check out more of my channel. And if you just want to talk to me and find out a little bit about me, please feel free to ask. I'm happy to tell you. There's your channel, Phil. I'm going to go ahead and get over to yours. Go ahead and subscribe to Phil right there. All right. That's so amazing. Well, it may be that, you know, maybe there was a World War II bomber who was coming to do a bombing run on England over around that time. I think they were doing the Battle of Britain was going on. So maybe a plane got shot down and he had his lucky penny in his case and it was supposed to keep him safe and it didn't work that time. And as his plane crashed, the explosion shot the case off and it landed in a river. And over all those years, it's slowly been floating downstream and made its way to that canal until Brad found it. Huzzah! The case alone, I think, was cool. Just the case. That's an old cigarette case. That's a cool piece right there alone. That's be some history right there. So, wowie caboodles, right? Yeah, I mean, that I would think that would probably be more a likely scenario because for a Patriot, even a British, I was thinking maybe somebody had it and was like, ah, damn these Germans, and they tossed it, possibly. But for 1941, to have somebody have gotten it would have had to go to have Germany captured it and then gotten back, which is not impossible. I mean, it's quite possible, too, that when Britain was pushed back into the sea, that... that's when it was, the guys had to retreat and they were saved. That could have very well been what happened. So that's quite possible. Who knows? Who knows? Hope somebody just hit me up. They want my X-Men phone that I have for sale. I'll have to figure out where it is. Wow, that's crazy. That's incredible. That's crazy too. A blimp dropping an anchor. Who knew? But that's what's so crazy about his find on that magnet fishing is there's so many stories that can be associated with how that got there. But I think that sounds like I don't know if that would be exactly what happened. Maybe somebody had it and dropped it on accident and it fell to a river, or there's lots of ideas of how it got there, but it's just amazing that it's there and for that year. Because I mean it could have been a little later and it could have just been an old coin someone brought home, but I'd like to associate that maybe that happened with the pilot. Who knows? I don't think a whole lot of blimps would be flying in the war. They would be slow and easy to shoot down, so I would imagine it would be probably a blimp for surveillance. Had to have somebody high up that can stay up there for hours, because, you know, a blimp didn't need a whole lot of fuel to stay up there. So they're good for observation and good for weather tracking, and I would imagine if a blimp did fall and drop an anchor, it probably would have been a local one, or a of Britain. So probably a British blimp. That would make more sense. Good for observation, easy to stay up for long periods of time. Good for observation. So yeah. Hold on a second. This guy. Let's see. Watch this. R-E. Oops. Everybody's got retro gaming, whether they know it or not, usually. Let's see what he wants to do. Maybe I'm making a deal right now. You guys are seeing a deal in action. It's a little confusing because I'm trying to do this, checking out other stuff on Brad's channel. His channel has grown so fast, so quick. It's amazing. But he's doing great stuff. Well, and see, that would make sense. You would want to blimp high up to keep it up. An airport would be a likely target, especially during an air battle. And having a blimp that could stay up for long surveillance is a good thing. They can be tethered to the ground and just stay up there for a while. And if the tether came loose, they would drop anchor. And if there was an error and it blew off course and they dropped anchor and it didn't hold properly, yeah, I could see that happening. That makes total sense. So, yeah. Very cool thought. That's a lot of cool stuff in history, though. That's why I liked going to visit Massachusetts. We don't have a lot of old-time stuff where I am. You know, we can only go back to about 1870s, 1850s around here for anything kind of dated. And in Massachusetts, you got stuff as old as like 1600s there, old tombstones and stuff, as I showed on my other videos. And I'll be loading more of that when we get into more of... You'll be able to see some of those tombstones when I load up the next parts of my visiting Salem, Massachusetts to see the witch trials area. I've got videos of the oldest graveyard in America. And I got to go walk through it and check out some old tombstones, and it was amazing. It was super, super old. Like, it was just really creepy. And then some of the stuff, and to see the memorials to the ladies and people that were hanged, and the one man that was crushed, which I did not know. And I got to see this memorial for Sarah Good. Everyone's very familiar with her, Miss Sarah Good, who was killed during those trials. But really cool stuff. Well, now let's see if somebody is messaging me here, so let's go ahead and get over here so I don't have to work on my phone. I can keep that on you guys, and we'll just keep doing this way. Would you like to swing on a star and carry moonbeams home in a jar?
And be better off than you are.
I don't know if I have to install it or something on my computer. It should just come up. There we go. There's my stuff. There's what I'm selling. 25. Let's see. Uh-oh. Nope, I went to something bad. Cool. So yeah, just hanging out. It's getting a little dark. I'm going to have to turn the lights on in here soon. And we're going to keep on monitoring what's going on with the NHL. I want to see who... Tonight's a very key game. Who is going to be... Who is going to be going to the Stanley Cup against the Preds? Okay. Into YouTube search. I'm just going to copy it right here and we'll search it. So there's K, capital A, O, A, 9. 9 ULBWN8. Not coming up there. What's the name of the video? Is it on your channel, Phil? Uploads. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on, I want to see this video you have of English doing an American accent for Bud Light.
Say this like an American. If the house is gas, call the expert.
If the answer is yes, then you're back for the expert.
Hang on. Is that the voice you went with? I don't have a voice last time. They get me on. Straight out of the door. Try and be a bit more Dan Aykroyd.
If the answer is yes, then you know you better call the expert.
Do it a little bit more.
English doing an American accent for free Bud Light.
If the answer is yes, you call the expert. Then you mean yes. If the answer is yes, then call the expert.
That was good. That was not bad. Talked out of the side of his mouth. I love watching British do American accents. I don't know why in the world when I ask other people to do American accents, but they can't do it. They always come up with this country thing.
A really important...
So I don't know how that works out. So let's check out British people doing American accents. Oh, this is how to do an American accent in German.
Hey Rabbits, it's Trixie, and almost a year ago I uploaded a video... An adventure! If you haven't checked out her channel, you consider your language.
Let's see.
CH sound is a mystery for many foreigners. It's either or but sometimes it's not so easy to decide which of them it is. So Americans tend to sometimes use the wrong version. Lachen. Also, the sound itself is just pretty difficult. So sometimes Americans end up saying k instead of your, or a mix of these two sounds, making it Dach, Sacke, ich mache. I think that...
Okay, that wasn't what I thought it was. Americans react to people trying American accents. People around the world try American accents. There we go. Let's check this one out.
I have no idea what's in the seaweed wrap.
Okay, well, let me check it out in just a second.
With this USP seal, I know exactly what's in my Nature Made gummies.
That's cool. You got multiple
Nature Made
channels.
has the
That's
first
awesome.
gummy certified by USP, a non-profit organization that
Blah,
sets
blah, blah.
purity and potency standards.
Terrible. Terrible. To do their best American accent. I don't have an accent. I mean, obviously...
from India.
My name is Santiago Navarro. I'm from Mexico City, Mexico.
I'm from Berlin, Germany.
I'm from Scotland.
I'm from New Zealand. I'm from Israel.
I'm from London, England.
I'm from Saigon, Vietnam, and this is my attempt at the American accent.
I hope that's not too
My
loud.
husband is from Michigan. I decided I would do a Midwestern accent. Last time I went out with Brad, he spilled Faygo and Better Made chips.
That's not a Midwestern accent, that's Valley.
Tim. You can call me Mitt. It's backwards for Tim.
In Minnesota, you know, all those people up there. I love hockey, man. And I was like, oh, yeah, I love hockey too. I love me some good Wisconsin cheese.
That's not too bad, but
I'm from AmeriCorps, and I say words like aluminum and spell color without the U.
I literally...
he still sounds like somebody broadcasting off a TV.
Everything.
Okay, so let's go back home to New York. We like it over here. Brooklyn is in the house.
Terrible.
Last time I was in New York, I was with a friend of mine called Joe. You know, he looked at me and said, you f*** my wife?
No, that's good. That's more Boston than New York.
Hey, forget about it. Alright already.
Hey, get out of here.
Let's go
Terrible.
to the store to get some coffee. I would like a Dunkin' Donut.
How you doing? My name is Mike. I'm from Jersey. You wanna go over to Manhattan? Maybe get a slice, some coffee?
That's
I don't
funny.
know. Forget about it. Hey, I'm walking here.
I think my favorite American accent to do is the Southern accent, just because I like the way that they talk and the way they pronunciate the words.
To me,
That was good.
Southern accent
Good Southern.
sounds like this. I am gonna chew tobacco all night long.
That's terrible.
Saying to myself, jump on the horse, cowboy, and do
Nobody talks like that.
There, ma'am, you all seem a little bit lost, and I thought that I could come and help out.
Terrible.
Hey y'all, I'm from Alabama. I live with my grandma and my daughter.
She's
She's
doing a New York accent.
So I'm gonna do California, and your eyebrows are like sleek. Is that the word? Like, oh my god, I think it's like making fetch happen.
He was just really hot and like, I don't know, whatever. Like, we just hooked up. What's the big deal?
Josh is my soulful boyfriend, totally hot, six-pack abs, but like Josh, he's like so poor, doesn't have
Oh
any
my
money.
gosh, these are terrible.
Josh, get your act
People
together.
trying to do from around the world American accents.
Those small things in our lives that keep us rolling and keep us going. So we gotta learn how to appreciate those things, right?
Most of the content we watch.
That's funny. He was doing kind of like a Texas radio broadcasting kind of thing.
Just for how we think you guys talk. So no hard feelings.
No, and see, and then there's no hard feelings too. So like the guy said at the end of the video, he didn't want any hard feelings to think that people were